For the Røkkr. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hay. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the balls. I'm flipping the.
Octane.
That's what we wanted. That's what I'm talking about. He don't miss.
All record deals. Tell him talk to Colin for the quote. All record eyes. Still want to act, not the ghost. For the Røkkr, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. We have our last game of the day, and it's going to be a good one. Florida Mutineers are going to take on the Los Angeles Thieves. You see behind us, me, I'm the desk host, Velli, break things down with aLLeY and also Nameless. And aLLeY, this, I hope is going to be a good one. I really want Florida to pick up.
I hope it's going to be a good one, but the issue is Florida, all players have to be firing on all cylinders for the series to be super competitive. I feel like we didn't see a lot out of Vivid and Skies last weekend, and now going against a team that looks as hot as LA Thieves, they're going to have their work cut out for them.
And speaking about the LA Thieves, led by none other than the Blasian Wonder himself, Kenny, this team is looking so good, Nameless, and they're looking to make a statement in this league by racking up a few more wins.
Absolutely. These guys have been looking pretty good as of late. Obviously, they had a really good kickoff, and then, you know, so far in the Pro League, it's been a little up and down, but in their last match versus New York, they ended up getting that W, although some of the maps are a little bit too close for comfort, Velli.
Yeah, big time. Now, when it comes to the game fuel keys to victory, aLLeY, what did the LA Thieves got to do to pull this out?
Well, they got to continue their hard point dominance. That's going to be on the likes of Kenny and Drazah. They're 8-2 overall. And of course, take advantage of poor Florida defense and search and destroy. They're 10th in defensive round win percentages, and then get early captures in control. They're 9th in average time remaining after first capture, so that means they need to work on getting on that point a little bit faster, maybe play a little bit more aggressive. But again, what we've seen from LA Thieves has been absolute dominance across the board. These are all just really little things that they can tighten up and going against a team like Florida Mutineers.
Oh, look at him vibing out, Envoy with the smile on. I can't wait to see what this team is going to do, but I want to see if those smiles continue when they face off against Florida Mutineers. Now, when we talk about this team, I mean, the players are great, but so far they haven't been doing so well this year. If you take a look at what they've been doing so far, aLLeY, you and I, we did challengers. We know the likes of Owakening and a lot of other players on this roster. We both expect great things from them because they're great.
Well, and you know what? I think the rookies on this roster have been doing great. I think aBeZy has been doing fantastic. Even though he had a little bit of a slower series from what we saw, I believe he was still positive overall. Throw it into his role as a main AR over these veteran players. Big Wake, he's obviously been slaying out the competition this time around. So now it's looking at Vivid and Skies to really step it up. We saw what Skies was capable of doing at Kickoff Classic, and we just need to see that from him again.
Yes, and when it comes to the game fuel keys to victory, what do we have?
Yeah, you need consistency out of Vivid. You can see right here, map 1 versus map 3, the disparity in his gameplay. Aside from that, he is #1 overall in terms of hardpoint damage per map in the league through their 2 matches. You know, small sample size, but that's what you need out of Vivid is just pure aggression. Sometimes he's going to have that bad game. But focus on strong hardpoint setup, 2nd in rotation win percentage, 10th in holds. So got to get that first blood. We've been preaching about some of these teams that rotate. They're not able to hold it and set up. So got to focus on setup there. That comes with teamwork and communication. And that's where I think the Florida Mutineers lack a lot is their communication and their teamwork. It's very individual when you watch this team. It was the same way last year, and it's starting to bleed into this year. And then get the bomb down and search and destroy. They're winning 90% of the rounds where they plant the bomb. Got to be a priority when you have a guy like Owakening who's been playing good, and then Skies with a 1.45 in S&D. They're 0-2 in that game mode, though. So go ahead and get that bomb down and win the round.
The stats don't make sense for this team. Okay, with stats like that, they should be dominating, like 2nd in rotations, but they're not able to hold, right? But then they get 90% of the wins whenever the plant goes down to search and destroy.
Yeah, they have the right idea.
Right, they know what it takes to win. They just have to execute at the end of the day.
Absolutely, and it is, at the end of the day, it comes down to the execution because you can outslay, but when it comes to the objective, man, that's what's going to win you the game. That is for all game modes across the board. But the thing about this specific series is these are both air-heavy teams, and they're both struggling in S&D. Now, when I look on the side of LA Thieves, Octane snipes have been disgusting. So it just makes no sense to me that they'd be struggling in search and destroy. So I'm expecting them to come out and dominate against the likes of Florida Mutineers.
I'm going to say Owakening looks like he's in a fully dark room right now. Hopefully this man turns on this monitor and brings it for Florida. But ladies and gentlemen, enough talking from us. Let's go ahead and get things started. Miles and Chance, you handsome gentlemen, go ahead and take it away.
Takes one to no one, Velli. Thank you very much, brother. Let's do this. Chance, last match of the day. I mean, Today has been, I mean, there's degrees of spice. It's been kind of predictable at times, but I enjoyed what we saw over the last series, and we get to close out with another big one. Let's get it, brother. Let's get it.
And it's a fun one, too, just because, like, I feel like the dust is starting to settle. Like, we had the Kickoff Classic, and we have hot takes flying in every direction, but I think we're starting to understand where these teams are really starting to fall, and I think Florida is, like, one of the last teams to, like, I need the answer. Like, middle of the pack, can they fight these teams maybe in the top 4? Are they going to end at the bottom? I still don't know. Florida, in my mind, the last one, like, the last puzzle sort of to solve, but Bocage is where we are going to be starting. And honestly, I think it's Thieves that picked this map, but I actually kind of like it from Florida, right? You get rid of the Gavutu. Thieves are sort of the Reaper on that map. It at least seems like, especially so in Hardpoint. So as far as the map set goes, I am confident in Florida's ability. Certainly the way Thieves have looked. I mean, you have to imagine they have the edge.
It does feel like coming into this one, yeah, there's that recency bias, there's the current form they're in. We'll see if that truly does come into effect as we start things off on the Kaj. Nice skins, by the way, Florida Mutineers. Looking absolutely delicious out there. Let's see if the gunny can match. Flying in to the hard point, straight up and about. Kenny's first. What the Vivid? What in the hell? Did he break his own neck to get that 3-piece? The man just turned himself inside out. He's all sorts of dislocated. He's dead. He's going to respawn. But so far, an interesting start to this game.
I was about to say, the good news is he could respawn and fix that right up, but at the same time, that is the type of thing Vivid lives for, man. Loves to be in the mix again. Nameless even pointed out, like, he's at the top of the damage chart in respawns. The man lives for gunfights. Like, he does not care at all. He will challenge anything and everything. And as it stands, pushing the pace, I mean, this is a P1 that Thieves collect the first few seconds, but now it seems like Florida is starting to stabilize. You got Dave Patty in the back, and yes, he gets chopped down, but at least for where that hill control is, Florida should be there early on, and honestly, Vivid might be having a little standoff nearby Octane. Yeah, Vivid, he found his way through.
Oh, he did indeed. Well, you remember what the former governor of California said? He said, if it breathes, we can chal it. And that, I think, is what Vivid's going for. 4 spree right now for Awakening. Over the tanks we go. Pop that one open. Bit of a contester off the rip. Octane puts an end to the streak. Monster Hunter finds his quarry. Shots at Dave Patty as well as the trades continue out over by the tank side of the map, and it's going to be Octane. Last man up, finding that time. The respawn's still close now for the LA Thieves. We'll see how long they can stay here, though, because I've just realized how annoying the sun is there, and Dave Patty trying to jump over Plat. Not ideal for a gunfight there from Envoy, but got the coverage of his boys, staying alive for a while. Nice time, LA Thieves.
I mean, this is definitely a throwback, but Sharp is one of those pro players that just knows how to deal with the sun. Just throw on the sunglasses on your character model.
Smart.
You'll be good to go, but as far as it goes, final 15 seconds, scrap time should be going to Florida, as is typical with Bocage. Actually, no, not a near tied-up game. There you go, the nade from Kenny from downtown. I mean, that is a grenade that saves your team an extra 10 seconds, which, honestly, on Bocage can go a long way. The battle for these back spawns, though, Florida should have them nice and secured, which, I mean, hey, so far so good, but you also don't want to get spawn trapped.
Yeah, touching upon that, scrap time here in Vanguard, very important. Third high points up, grannies, in we go. Awakening outside, Octane trying to lock down the spawns at the back. Nice steady shots, not able to take care of his AR counterpart Skies on the other side of the board here, but Kenny, he's in there. He's managed to make his way through front. Early tags, waiting for the squad to show up, and here come the reinforcements. LA Thieves knocking on the front of Grandmas, and then we go to the back. Dave Patty tagged up. Kenny, you can see his lips flying there in that picture-in-picture. He's trying to get the comms through. He's like, guys, I got tags in, I got damage done. Where's the help? Here everyone comes, as the LA Thieves still unable to truly break into this one, but you have burnt this hard point down. Not necessarily a shutout for either side, but they've done a great job, chance of not really letting the Mutineers get too much out of this, despite their control.
It's a fair, I mean, again, as is typical, fairly nutty game, right? You have Awakening,
Yeah.
14 kills after 3 hills, and it's like, it's a near tie game, but they only have 40 points. Like, the amount of like kills you have to get just to earn a little bit of time, it can definitely be absurd. And I think that's right now the pain that Florida is feeling, is they are mostly outslang. Skies 3 and 9, maybe not having the best performance, but we go towards Barn, just surrounding the hill is both teams. These have 3 players up and around the actual point. Vivid, though, he wins the gunfight top Barn, but he's last man standing. Thieves, best chunk of time they've been able to get really consistently so. About 20-25 seconds their way.
Yeah, they're still going to fight over this one. That's the final kills coming through. That's going to be, should be time now for the Mutineers, but again, we'll see. Contest heavy Bocage. It's been the same way all day. outside of maybe that Thieves versus Boston Breach matchup, but that's what you get. Last 20 seconds here. It's going to be going to Florida as Skies put the MP40 to work, man. What a two-piece that was over the big wait now. Demon Joe, can he get any more out of this one? The man is truly cracked out of his soul right now as he is flying. No one stands a chance. Envoy on the door side there. We are going to see this hardpoint come to a close over the last one now in our set. It is down by the river.
And River is a hill that you can hold, and you can hold for a good chunk of time. Florida just needs to get someone inside of it. Vivid has that role. Dave Patty was on the early rotation, by the way. He was here 15, 20 seconds in advance. So Florida, they're looking to turn this into their best hold potentially of the game. Drazah, though, working the flank, might be the cutoff man. Should get dealt with. Or maybe he somehow lives. And by the way, his teammates actually broke through on the downside because Envoy was picking up 2 kills. So that setup, that early rotation means nada before Drazah gets chopped down. But Thieves, they will absolutely take that break.
That was a decent break. That's over 100 points now for the LA Thieves. Up close and personal, Octane. Trying to find a fuel with the automaton. Dave Paddy, he's got hops, finds one from the backside of the river there. Kenny's now here to pick him up, and that's giving me the trades back and forth over the top rope. We see Vivid fly into the kill feed. It's 2 for him. The final 15 should be going to the Mutineers.
That will be the case. Maybe a 20-point game, 30-ish separating these two teams. Right now, Thieves, of course, have the favored spawns long-term, but it is the battle right now for P1. Drazah finds the next one along the way. And again, I mean, look, we've had some teams that I think do a really good job of controlling the map in different capacities. I think right now, this is looking like a scrap fest to me.
I'm enjoying it, though. I must admit, the pace here is great. And I feel like the Slays department is still good enough right now from the Mutineers. And, I mean, Vivid, holy dooly. Your boy Vivid is on one today. He does live for these chows. I mean, it's been a wonderful look from the Florida Mutineers so far. LA Thieves, though, with the lead, and we love to hear those comms. The vibe's always high. Let's go for listening with the LA Thieves.
Absolute Z, bro. Absolute Z. I'll see this guy's Z. Let's go left. What's it? Staples and got it. Staples and got it. Come left. Slow the comms a little bit. Let's go. Yeah. Almost top one's got it. You might be up. Nice one. Give me top one. Beyond me, P2. I'm gonna help you. Wait, oh, you do. I'll push it. I hit back Awakening. Last time. I'm hitting up with it. We got on respawn. One was topping every time. Got it. Front tank, Zig. He can hit up our bottom toes. Give me Z. Low right, wake one shot. One shot. He may be our 8. Left. Mids on hill, guys. Mids on hill. Let me hit. I'm helping it right. Let it stable me. That's 2. I'll see the go. I'll see the go. Contest spot. I'm jumping up. On dead. I got an time. We're going on top, guys. I'll see any mid, bro. Be frenzy. I mean, another frenzy. He's on contest spot. I'm here. That's like Coop and contest spot, guys. Coop. Hold it. That's 25 seconds, guys.
Every time. Time like front house.
Right tank. Yeah, 3 on hold. I'm top house. 3 on hold here. Give front house. Give bottom house to me.
I think back left.
I'm top house right now. I'll play initial. I'm top house.
Oh, chance how the tables have turned. Florida Mutineers take the lead.
And you can feel from the Thieves, man. It's like there's not a moment to breathe. Like, you don't have time to get organized when every player is busy calling out everything. So I think Thieves feeling the chaos, but this is honestly one of the best setups you could possibly have, right? You get Octane towards the outside of the map. You got Drazah pushed up over towards Wells. So you've at least contained, and the players inside the hill know exactly where they need to look, but it's a matter of getting the gunfights, and you can see Owakening just picks up 2 along the way, and Florida able to break through and flip those spawns, and just how quickly things can flip on Bocage.
Yep, and that's the name of the game, man. I mean, flip central. On grannies now. Thieves flying in. Skies the tactical retreat, and he awkwardly just sort of sat on top of Drazah. Drazah didn't want that, wanted him off his lap, got the job done with the MP40 up close. Vivid now from top side as well. Flying downstairs, checking every possible corner again at 8. I think compared to Barn, there's also 7.5 million entrances into the inside of Grannies, so it's a hard point to hold at the very best of times. Dave, Paddy, 9 HP in a dream, staying alive, keeping the play going, and Mutineers' chance, they're getting hotter and hotter as this map goes on.
I mean, again, even just the scrappiness on the hills, like anytime you can get, 15, 20 seconds on a hill, normally that's not a bad way to go about it. Inside the point now, though, Thieves are going to be there first. Honestly, at this point, I'm not expecting it to last very long. But they do have the swarm. You see Envoy is picking up 2. It is the SMGs down the line for the Thieves, able to show up still with those left side spawns. And again, at least right now, I mean, if you're not dealing with Vivid and Awakening, you're having a decent time, but it is just tough to maintain this pace.
I was just watching Drazah's POV there, trying to stay alive. Nice two-piece out of Kenny. Oh, baby, it's a 3 for Kylo Ken. Now, if the Knights of Ken can get on board as well, we can get into that point and we can see the lead go back, because this is a barn burner right now of a Bocage, and I'm loving what we're seeing out of both teams.
And you got Thieves locking it down. Kenny, another one that is a 5 spree for him. And again, you have Thieves spread across the map, right? Kenny's got the top side. You got number 6, Drazah. He's location for the bottom, and everyone else towards the middle. So as far as map control goes, Thieves are going to have a very good idea where they need to look. You look at the feed. That is, what, 7, 8 kills in a row for them. You go over towards Røkkr. And right now, they're worried about giving up the back spawns, but Florida is still spawning over towards B. When's the last time Florida's gotten a kill? Skies finally shows up for the team.
Octane took care of 2 players in mid with a couple of weapons there, so brilliant stuff out of him as well. Kenny still rocking and rolling. That's now 6. One more for the glide bomb. As the man is on a mish right now. He's playing for the kills. No one in the hard point at the time being, but again, LA Thieves holding this one out. Now, I worry again, are we going to go down to the game clock for the second time, potentially today? Final 30 seconds here. Big shots out of Kenny, not enough to get it done as the big wake lands it. Demon Joe back on his BS. Still trying to keep this one alive. It is going to be the Mutineers. Decent time again chance. 20 seconds still to be had here.
Envoy, though, I mean, walking 2-piece, it feels like at this point. I know he's close to even, but there's number 3. He sat in well that entire time, and he just basically broke that hole down by himself. Florida just having problems. Always Envoy, that thorn in their side, maintaining that 20-second lead. And I mean, honestly, 20-second lead going into P1 is a noticeable amount. It is tough to rack up this time on this first hill. And you see Florida, they get the clearance. Maybe able to get the first 5 or 6 seconds, so they're doing their job, trying to stay alive, and maybe a neck-and-neck game.
Here we go, though. Neck-and-neck for the time being. Thieves on the approach. Sky is cut down. The duo of Octane and Envoy now through the F side. Oh, my word, they've been cut down as well, though. Kenny now through mid. Big shots in the Vivid. A lot of damage. Not enough to get the kill, though. Here comes the team for the clean-up. You're trying to get back into the center of the map here. So close now at this halfway mark of the hard point. And it is getting stressful. Chance, I'll tell you that much. An open field still. You have to look towards the top of the map, though. That's where the Mutineers were for a brief spell. Now, it all comes down to Envoy. Only member of the Thieves in position for P2. He's got to fight for scrap and still control that side of the map.
Yeah, you see Florida. I mean, there's so many things going on. Sky's looking for back spawns. He had a teammate with him. There's too many back. There's another one. One gunfight in the back, but Thieves come out on top for that one. Now the battle goes to the front side of P2. Vivid's working it, dude. There's so many things going on. If your communication isn't on point, I mean, it's just simply impossible, but you see the idea from the Thieves. Couple players pushed out towards the middle of the map, and the other 2 guys just pushed out over towards the hill. It is an 8-point difference between these 2, and there's only 35 seconds left on the game clock. These, 8 players in this lobby right now are juggling 17 different things.
They're doing a very, very good job. The Circus, maybe a follow-up career just in case Pro Card doesn't work out. 2:15 now and climbing. LA Thieves, it's all going fine. 30 seconds on the hard point timer. 33 on that in-game clock. Kenny with a big kill now coming in at bottom grandmas. Stay alive. All the time you buy now for your team is huge. The kills keep flying through. The rotations are going down shortly, but you have to keep thinking about the in-game clock. Now, the dangerous thing is Thieves can't win it here. This is going to get real close, but not quite enough to go for the win. Now you have to think about the rotation, and it's Kenny once again. Oh my dear goodness. Kenny could well be in position again to deal the damage. He now backed up by Envoy. The pair of them on the inside of the point. 30 seconds and counting. If you can test it, all good. If you get the Mutineers off of it, that's their map now, Chance. Here we go.
Oh, you just get to slay. You just get to slay and flow in. The trades are there. Octane now inside the point. He gets dropped. But again, you just play for kills. If you're Thieves, you are that close. 3 seconds away, and they're able to win this game. Florida are in for the moment, but there's no way it lasts.
You don't know, though. There's no guarantees. There's nothing. Kenny through front. Trades keep going down. 27 on the game clock. Mutineers still in the hard point. Here comes the break from Envoy. From upstairs, here comes the cook. Any more kills in the backline from Kenny? Trades coming through. That should be it. Last one's down. LA Thieves. It took a little bit of a concerted effort, but in the end, they get it done. And whoo, the stress, man. Kenny wiped some sweat from his brow. That was a heater of a first map on Bocage.
I mean, almost there. Okay, I saw 7 players after that all just do the oh my God, we can breathe now, sort of drop back in the seat. Except for Awakening. Awakening stone cold throughout that entire thing, but again, just a blitz fest of what it felt like for the Bocage. And Envoy, by the way, absolutely popping off, especially towards the end. I'd say if you were to look at a breakdown like hill to hill, incredibly comparable between the two teams, except for that final P2 where Thieves absolutely locked it down, and that is effectively where they won that game. But I mean, that is just a battle of endurance between these two teams. As Vivid had 85 engagements, but not the most kills, because Envoy took that title with 46. But I don't know, Vivid's out here setting records, even for now.
5K damage as well, lordy. Reese is putting in the hours, that's for sure. Quick look at the highlights of that absolute roller coaster of a hard point. Things started off in a spicy way indeed, and I can't even put it together. I mean, we saw some sweet plays off the rip here. Dude, Vivid is nuts to watch.
I'm telling you, that is going to turn into a typical stat line for him on Bocage. Like, 80 engagement, pushing the pace, just an absurd ability. Again, just to find the gunfights. That is genuinely what Vivid lives for. He is different in that regard, but at the same time, it sort of felt almost like an 8s kind of game, right? Outside of that 1P2, no real successful holds, always someone there causing problems. And even you could give more credit to Envoy, right? Like, you had Florida on an early rotation over to River, like the final time it came around. All of his teammates get wiped off. Envoy's chilling in like the top well tower, and then he just goes and kills 3 like by himself. So I mean, I don't know, pick your poison. So many moments throughout this entire game, so many 2 pieces, 3 pieces stacked up. That was, I don't know, Bocage at its finest.
Bocage is truly the family bucket, man. We're all eating good today. 226 the score for the Mutineers there, but LA Thieves walking away with it. First map done, and we're all sweating after that one. We need to cool off now in the cold rain of a Berlin Search and Destroy. That's coming up next. And then we have a double dose of Tuscan and that Bocage Search and Destroy for Game 5. Kind of hope we get there. I'm not going to lie, I've been missing the Game 5s today, but the 3-1s have been on point. I've seen a lot of Pickham's tweets coming at me. Thank you, everyone who does tweet those. Some of you have nailed this down to a science. I've seen way too many like perfect scores since last week as well. That's weird.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I think it would be weirder if people were tweeting at you at all of their like failed predictions of like, look how stupid I am. I got all of these wrong. Because that's why I don't tweet my predictions, by the way, because I've been getting massacred over these past few weeks, really right since the kickoff classic. But again, I do think the dust is starting to like settle, right? Like London, there was a moment where like, okay, are they actually that nasty? We've seen enough of them. Like, yes, they absolutely. Same thing with Seattle. Like even LAG starting to make some moves. I think Florida is currently, in my mind, at least one of the most difficult teams to predict of what you're going to get from them on any given day. And it was a strong map 1 against the Thieves, who are now 9-2 in hardpoint. So they were nearly there, like right on the same pace. But obviously a map loss is a map loss, and you need to try to bounce back. But I think this is just a great indication of exactly where Florida's going to stand. If we get to see another look at their search and destroy as well. So I'm looking forward to it, man. See if they can be the world beaters like they were in Modern Warfare, or just sort of vaguely in the middle of the pack as they were in Cold War.
Well, speaking of the heroes here coming into this series, in this matchup, actually, this is just for Search and Destroy. The top performers on either team, Kenny and Skies, both of them looking very, very solid either way. I mean, not a whole lot between them. Very different roles, though. I mean, of course, Kenny's a bit more submachine gun heavy. We've seen Skies pull out subby loads this season, man. He's been dangerous with the MP40. But again, someone who's been typically a main AR for the vast majority of his career. I'm pretty pumped to see this one go down. Also, I want to bring up something. This is a real deep one for the classic CDL fans. I think Envoy's wearing his headset the right way around these days. Can anyone closer to that one? Actually, Mud Dog, if you're watching this, can you please text me and tell me, is Envoy using his headphones the right way around these days, or does he have some kind of like virtual software that's flipping it for him? Eric, I know you're watching.
The mic is on the left side. There's another player that does that. Is it Dave? Or no, Dave had his mic's on the left side. There's 2 players in the league that, yes, had their headsets on backwards. Yeah, which doesn't make any sense to me.
It does. Genuinely. It happens. So there's definitely one other player, and it's an unbelievable thing to have that audio flip and still be able to perform at that level. Lordy, here we go. Oh, actually, I've just got a great tweet from our co-worker Lando, who says, "Look how stupid I am," and he put Boston Breach. He put Paris beating Boston Breach in Game 5 yesterday, on Friday rather. Wow, Lando, stupid. Bless him. Thank you very much for tweeting in though, mate. Big fan of your work. Let's see how the Berlin Search and Destroy goes.
Ooh, it'll be an interesting map as well, because I think Thieves, we've had at least one look from them on this map, but I know Octane has certainly stood out as one of the very few players that's really been able to make an impact with the sniper. But even still, I don't know if there's been, like, Attach had the one phenomenal game yesterday with his snipe. And you see Dave Fatty on the flip side looking at Kenny, and Kenny just gets out of dodge. The bomb over towards A. And you do have a sniper from either side. Drazah gets that first blood, but it is traded out.
Early trades. You see that glint of the sniper, paparazzi. No photos, please, no photos. Run for it, get out of dodge. 3v3 now, slowed right down. Octane with eyes on the A-bomb site. Guys, he didn't know. He didn't know. How could he have known? That's just bad luck.
And I think Dave Patty has to hit a shot. Someone crossing, they're going to get the bomb down. He has to hit the snipe on Octane. He delivers. That is their win condition to have any hope of winning this round. You take down the sniper, but you still have to go for the retakes. And of course, Kenny playing a very deep angle and Envoy, watching his teammates back. So the setup right now for Thieves is clean, but at least you've taken care of the snipe.
Envoy's doing his very best. Solid snake impression. Somebody get this man a cardboard box. He's just been ripped alive. Kenny, okay, now it's a 1v1. Run for it, Kenny. Find a window, safe. Sanctuary for now. Dave Patty had eyes on. Going for the quick defuse.
Oh, they didn't break the doors.
He didn't break the doors. Oh my God. Kenny, he's trying to shoot through. Dave Patty's chilling. He's
Kenny,
just chilling.
What do you think he even is?
Just, oh my God. Chance break it down exactly what went wrong there.
Well, they didn't break the doors, so Dave Patty closed them and went, haha, you can't see me. And then funnily enough for Kenny, I would have thought he would like try to fly out and take a wider angle. I don't know where he would have expected Dave Patty to be in that situation, but I think that's definitely a misplay. For those who don't know, you can break those doors down in like 2 punches. If you punch it like the door hinges, you can clean them off super easy, or you can nade them. You could do so many things, but I think almost in any given situation, if you don't break the doors down when you're planning on that site, I mean, that just, in my mind, is a mistake.
I agree. This is something we should all be doing. A bit of home renovating. Every time you hit that B-bomb site, all players should destroy those doors, because that, as you see, it costs them the round. Either way, back in the second now we go. Envoy with that first blood. Gets things off nicely. Going. Good shots out of Vivid. Fast trades. Love the teamwork coming out of the LA Thieves. Don't let anything get away with themselves. Now it's a 3v2, and it's Dave Patty and Awakening. Oh, Dave Patty catching an Octane out and about, but he's still alive and kicking. Bomb teetering towards A, still a chance.
Well, Dave Patty might be that guy. Yeah, he actually finds the pick on Octane again. The only way you can win these rounds is when Dave Patty is finding these picks, but he does get traded. Awakening, I think, spotted that player down low, and honestly, this might be a decent call. I think number 6, Drazah saw him on the cross, so that's why they're wrapping back, but even still, he's going to be able to get this bomb down and away with his life. The opportunity for the clutch is certainly here. Not easy for Awakening, but very much doable.
We'll see. Got time. He only has an MP40 to work with, though. LA Thieves, Drazah and Kenny. All in hands. It's the father and son duo. And here we go! Awakening. He gets Perfect. One of them. But, man, they were literally holding hands. There was no way. Unless they stacked up, which would have been, like, horribly embarrassing. That'd have been horribly embarrassing, dude. But that was a nice play. Drazah literally atop his dad's shoulders, carrying him around at some kind of weird state fair thing going on there. We'd love to see it. Good round out of the Thieves.
I mean, I saw in the camp, yeah, Johnson's over there just giggling after that clutch. So, I don't know. He very well, there's an 80% chance he's just roasting Kenny in any given situation. Those two are incredibly entertaining at any given moment. And honestly, again, just a nice clutch. I know there's some teams out there. Some guys like to split in the 2v1. Some guys like to hold hands and play together. Certainly in this situation, playing together paid off. And now Thieves back on the attack. To A they go. And honestly, Dave Patty, I was going to say, should be able to feel this out. If he saw Kenny jump off to the right side, you know they're here.
Oh, no, that's so unlucky. I love that, like, room, you know, long distance door open. The stun check. That almost cost Drazah's life. Here comes the dance. It's all being thrown. Dave Patty. An opportunity to land a big one here, but Thieves, I like it. A lot of noise made. Backing on up. Over to B we go.
You know, you can dance if you want to with the sniper, and I think Octane's ran out some shots as well, but sometimes you just want to rotate. Now, Vivid has been very quick on this rotation. I don't believe he's in the B site. He's just behind it, but Florida on the defensive end certainly prepared for everything. And even if they're wrapping this bomb back towards A, there's no baits here. Florida had the setup that they want, and they get that first blood. And frankly, for Thieves, now you're running out of time.
Florida haven't given up the eyes on A, though, so they're still holding this one down. If Octane goes for the push, we might see something happen here. But there we go. Bomb planted. Less than 20 on this one. See ya. Envoy's in, Envoy's out. aBeZy, though, still with that snipe lined up. Through the mid comes Vivid now. And this is going to be a tough one. 4v3 retake. Who is going to give the kill first? This is tense. 30 seconds.
Well, Kenny's about to get a guaranteed kill. Octane hit a shot as well. There's the kill for Kenny, but Vivid actually reads it and finds him. Now the Thieves players are pinched in. DavePatty's getting the next. Skies finds the final. And just swarming on this site towards the end. Almost perfectly done by the Florida Mutineers. And again, even that read for Vivid, expecting Kenny. Or I don't know if he's expecting or heard or what the situation was, but I think right there, Kenny, an opportunity maybe to win the round for his team, even with the man disadvantage. But Vivid is Johnny on the spot. Is Florida now up 2-1.
Everybody look at your pants. Slowly but surely, we get ourselves back into this. Florida, I mean, I enjoyed that round a lot. There's been concerns about, you know, their composure and how well they handle these S&D rounds, particularly on Berlin, right off the rip after Kickoff Classic, but not a bad look whatsoever. They take the lead here now. Over towards A we go. And howdy. Unlucky from DavePatty. Second attempt doesn't go anywhere. Kenny and Envoy find the opening kills. And that is a devastating round for the Mutineers. DavePatty 1v4.
I believe the saying as goes, don't miss, don't lose.
Don't miss, don't lose.
Shots, get punished. Didn't miss there.
Don't miss, don't lose.
And he's getting hunted down. No, he's going to get shot in the back. That is a very quick way to end that 4v1. But he hit the least important shot for him of the round. Not easy shots to hit in the slightest, but that is the nature of the sniper rifle, especially in Vanguard. You have to be on point. I think, again, very few players have really been able to make a high-impact sort of game. These guys have too much fun.
Yeah.
What are they okay?
How dare they?
Despicable.
Show some degree of decorum, friends. They're having way too much fun. Love that team. See if, again, more listening, more shoulder content. We just get to listen to everyone chuckling and having a good time here. Mutineers, though, were having a good time until that last round. Now we have seen slightly different look. Much more aggressive hit now from the LA Thieves over towards B. Vivid has been hit by, I think, everyone's stuns right now. He is still shaken. And no one able to really make the play yet. Oh, he peeked. You brave man. Brave man. Lots of Drazah. Fights on.
Oh, they found a pick. He does get traded. I was going to say, I know a bunch of stuns came through. I don't know if they had any nades to clean him up, but fun enough, it's Envoy that actually falls with the bomb. Octane, yep, was leaning to try and go pick it up, but DavePatty has the angle. And that way, 2 versus 3 for the LA Thieves. And they're still having problems. Again, number 2, Skies. He's got eyes effectively on the cross towards bomb, and you see Dave, the awareness, watch the middle. Mack, eyesight on point. The bifocals pay off, and, well, now Drazah in the 1v3.
Who's going to get it? Is Drazah going to get much out of this? Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Try and hit the pinch. 20 seconds to go. And guess who it is? It had to be David, middle name Paddington, the 4th Esquire. What a round he had. That's not his real name, but you know what I'm saying.
Correct. DavePatty, by the way, he's having a fantastic game. I mean, genuinely,
Huge,
I think it was literally the very first round where he is the win condition, not only the, not ninja defuse, but sort of sneak defuse where he closes the door from Kenny, but even to hit the snipe on Octane before that, he has genuinely been the thorn in the side for the Thieves and the main factor right now in Florida's success. 7-2 over these first 5 rounds. As Florida, if you recall from the Kickoff Classic, when Florida plays this map, all they would ever do is run towards A, bully you out, plant the bomb, and just win. And that is certainly how this round is shaping up, unless Envoy can make some sort of play, or maybe if the rat back from the Thieves is quick enough. But Awakening getting ready to plant. Vivid just gets caught.
And that was the bait. Tom's chilling out. They're trying to get forward, but oh my god, Awakening. Oh, he's safe. He's well safe. Good stuff. That's the A plant. Thieves down a man. They're going to have to try to hit through the front. Awakening on that corner has so many eyes. Top side covered. DavePatty hits a shot.
That's a hit marker.
Here they come. Octane trying to lead the charge. He's geared up for the fight. Awakening backs on up. Dead nades out. Here we go. Trying Drazah's going to be hitting the flank. Nice nade out of Kenny to start the fight. Skies, though, still keeping this one going. On the defuse immediately. Whoa, aBeZy. He saw the snipe. You have to jump on it. Skies gets it. That's his 4th kill, and that could be the most important of the round. Octane from up high. 10 seconds, dude. You could try. You could try, but Mutineers get it done. aBeZy, by the way, to slide out, get the intel, say they're on the defuse, not die, allow Skies to jump on it. That perfect little series of events, man. Kudos to the Mutineers.
And also sort of important thing, right, that Thieves just took a little bit too long to actually organize that setup. They certainly had the right idea. And if you would bot Octane maybe an extra 3 or 4 seconds, he can play that final gunfight a little bit differently. But instead, they just had that small window of opportunity that Florida capitalized on. Is we're talking about aBeZy having a great game. Sky's right now on a 5 spree, by the way, also 7-3. So you can earn a glide bomb. That would certainly be massive, but obviously the round win and going up 5-2, Florida wants that as well.
Yep. Glide bomb makes B nearly impossible to do much at. Here come the Thieves. Big Wake back on it. Big Wake with the X-ray vision. Come on. Read the 2-man push. Easy peasy. And once those hit markers started coming, he just didn't let go of that trigger. Brilliant opening here from the Florida Mutineers. You said you wanted to go 5-2 up, put yourself on map point. They are looking primed to do it right now. Octane, though, brings it back 1 kill at a time. 3v2.
Kenny did find an opening. Him and Vivid actually passed each other. I think Vivid, though, might end up spotting him on the cross, and that might be the play that decides the round. Nothing cooking for Octane for the moment. It's got to be Kenny. And you see how deep Vivid is. Yeah, there's no way he got spotted. So, Kenny, check your corners. You get a free kill.
Not that free. It cost him a decent chunk of HP, but there we go. Bomb is down over by the site. 2v2.
And now it's aBeZy, though. You pick up the bomb, aBeZy. He played that off angle, so he's going to flank on this side as soon as he knows he picked it up. The timing works out perfect, and now he gets out. Kenny is also, aBeZy's going to know he picked up the bomb. Vivid's going to be able to check this from the middle. I don't know for Kenny how you win this round. He's looking for the kills, but nothing to find, and aBeZy is there, ever present on Berlin.
He nailed that, man. First kill, the 360 jump off the back of the stairwell just to reposition and check that bomb once again. aBeZy's having a great time on Berlin here in map 2.
And also, by the way, shades of like that MW Awakening where we're like, wait a minute, is he cheating? Like, that's so good. Just a clean 2-piece at the start, laser beam through the walls. And of course, that's a man that just has experience, knows that if they're coming into the site, someone might be planning. And even not just that, like pre-fire just for the next challenge, but that is Awakening at his finest, as Dave, I believe, only saw 1 on the cross. So Envoy, again, the pressure is on.
Still playing that lone man over by A, and it's been hit and miss. Awakening dodging everything that's being thrown his way. Again. Staying alive in an incredible way. Here comes Envoy. Up the stairs, maybe not. Octane overlooking the bomb site. Battle raging downstairs, though. Bottom side of the trains. That's not going to work out. Skies, will he get traded out? No. He's all good. He's out. Bomb's still at A.
They haven't planted yet. Yeah, I was going to say Vivid. He just got abandoned by his team, and he ends up getting caught before that happened. So maybe not quite on point with the comms. Florida, though, they wrap here first. Of course, it's Dave trying to stay alive, and I think Thieves used all of their grenades, so they don't have them for the retake. Dave does get caught. You get the bomb down. The flank is in. The trades are in. 1v1. Skies versus Octane, the battle of the main ARs.
Oh, the main ARs. We've got 35 seconds to sell this one, and it's going to be slow. Skies is in position. He's expecting the close hit. Oh! He thought Tane was closer. He thought Octane was behind him, and Sam LaRue can breathe a sigh of relief and smirk himself into the next round. That worked out.
And I would definitely need to rewatch it to know for sure. But if I remember correctly, Octane's the guy that was like back docks that took down Vivid.
Yeah.
Or aBeZy, over on the dock. So I know he was far away. It does feel a little bit strange for Skies to sort of make that read, but obviously I do not have the information he had. I think there might have been a bit of time too after he got the first gunfight. But either way, concerned about the close push. Octane playing over towards the bomb. Obviously a necessary clutch for the Thieves. They're working at a 5-2 deficit. It would be quite the comeback to make. And honestly, I mean, they're just dealing with aBeZy and Skies having a blinder of a game.
Take care of those two, though. Things look a lot easier. 2 players now for the Mutineers are chilling out in mid-map. Now bottom side of the trains, they're coming through. Envoy.
Hello.
First blood. Oh, my word, Skies. Gets away with it. 17 HP. Saw Octane for sure there. Bomb planted now would be. We'll get that one down fast in the 3v3 in the retake. How can the Thieves do what they tried? What Mutineers tried it in the last round and hold this one down. aBeZy's going to take care of Drazah. Now 3v2. Numbers not working out for the LA Thieves, and the inside, that's going to be where the push is coming from. Now they flock to B. Octane, just wait, dude. Just hold it. Kenny's got this line covered. You've got another one covered. Here comes the counter-attack. 20 seconds.
Good angle from Kenny. He finds the first, and Octane gets the second. The third is nearby, and Kenny gets the trades. It falls oh so fast, but again, a 2v3 clutch, nothing but a thing when you get the bomb down over towards B. Still giggles on their faces, another clutch round. I mean, think about, by the way, again, that first round from aBeZy, where he gets the snipe on Octane, where he closes the doors and gets that defuse. If it is not for that moment, from that small mishap from the Thieves, well, obviously the round count would be flipped right now, but that is obviously not the case. Thieves still trying to chip away at that deficit. They have 2 more rounds to go, and obviously Florida, I mean, you're down 1-0 in the series. You got to just end it here.
Envoy, he's so close on the inside of the A-bomb site. 2-man stack up on the outside now. Patience, Envoy, patience. You saw did you hear the door creak? Here comes the hit. Cheeky. Oh my god, big wake. It's disgusting. Vivid gets another one as well. That is so huge. That could have been the difference maker in the round, but now it's a 4v2. Do Octane...
Oh, wow.
4v1. You may as well throw the towel in. They're dying out there. The Mutineers finally close out Berlin's search and destroy. And let's get it. Fist bumps are all out. Chance, if not... Oh, man. If Envoy wins that fight outside, it could have been real different, but not a bad look whatsoever. Mutineers tie up the series 1-1.
Well, you know, I'm kind of surprised that Envoy even looked for the kill there, right? Because Drazah was playing in the other room. Drazah was watching that door specifically, and Envoy was watching, like, the front door. So they had each other's push, but I think once it creaked open, he heard the nades go by. Envoy just wanted to take the gunfight, and then neither him nor Drazah able to win their one. So that is just the Florida special over towards A. They're happy to bullet people out. They play it incredibly well. And off the back of Skies and aBeZy, double digits for the pair. And again, hero plays from Dave and Skies, just that consistent man the entire time. I think we showed his stats off right before the game, right? Him compared to Kenny had like a 1.46 in the S&D. Well, he's bumping it up just a little bit more.
There could be only one, and Skies really was the man. When he came up against that matchup against Kenny, he nailed that one. Kudos to he and aBeZy. Brilliant stuff there on Berlin. Tuscan Control coming up next. We will see that Tuscan hardpoint as well. This, I don't know, mate. I don't know. I didn't really know where I had this series. I don't know what my pick'ems have got, but like now that I'm sort of feeling this one out, I'm like, man, this could go game 5. Like, and especially the way we saw that search, that was a good search between 2 tight teams. I am hopeful for a very long and exciting series. Will we get a very long, exciting series, fans? We'll find out, though, after this break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by TeamSpeak, the official broadcast communication partner of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
We're all squared up going into our Tuscan control. Map number 3 here in the series, 1-1 for both teams. And it's been very exciting so far as they've gone at each other. From start to finish, actually, the search and destroy was way closer than I thought it was going to be, and it was like a 20-ish point difference in the hard point. So nothing but spice here in our last series of the day. Chance, Tuscan control, mate. We've seen a few today. How do you think these two teams are going to match up against each other going into this one?
I'd say it's a pretty good question. I think so far it's been much more typical for Florida to play Gavutu control, but of course ARs like Gavutu against Thieves never really seems like the best idea. So I appreciate the Tuscan call. It'll be interesting to see how Florida is able to handle it. Certainly in control, fairly comparable. It's Kenny again. Maybe getting slightly outperformed by Awakening, but again, different maps that they play. Tuscan is very, very different from Gavutu when it comes to control, but it's a fun one and a fun series so far. And again, in my mind for Florida, this is a big test of a series for them because LA Thieves, the expectation, and certainly they have shown, why is he in the darkness? Anyway, they've shown one of the top teams. Florida after this have to play against Seattle and then Toronto. And if they can turn the lights on and see the light, there you go. They know it's a tough road ahead, so they gotta get busy.
Big Wig was born in the dark, molded by it. When he first saw the light of Tuscan, he was already a man, and it merely blinded him.
Maybe that's why he could see through walls. Like, he's just sitting in darkness anyway, so it's just...
There's a commercial for like a gaming monitor here where it's like, turn up this brightness and, you know, turn up the, you know, whatever. Big Wake, he's an absolute unit. 5th overall in the KD, non-traded kills per life, 4th place there, 11th in the TM. Oh, no, chances are you, brother. Big Wake, he's still doing it, man. We were worried at the start of the season that he wasn't quite going to be the Awakening of old, but your guy has turned it around. Here we go, though, into the control. This is not going to be an easy one.
This is moment of the round, by the way. If you can make the break over towards B, but you can't because Drazah is there. The headset backwards duo, taking all 4 of them down, and that is the only issue with going to B. If you get shut down there, well, then even capturing A becomes difficult. What a counter strat off the rip from the LA Thieves.
It's set backwards, but everything else forward-facing. I stuff out of Mutineers now on the offense, trying to get themselves out spawning. That was a great effort, but it is not quite enough as Octane, man, he just walked through them, seemingly with no contest. Dave Paddy, though, finally slows it down. There's only 40 seconds left in the round, and this has been so aggressive out of the LA Thieves. They're not letting the Mutineers breathe whatsoever here on Tuscan.
I'm not even entirely sure if Florida has really stepped foot on a point, and if they have, it has not been for more than a single second. And you see the idea, they're starting to go over towards B and actually picking up a few kills, so now you get pressure over towards the B site. Drazah gets shot in the back. Now you get all 4 players here. This might turn into a wonderful thing for Florida.
We'll find out, though. They've got players on B. It was a 2-man stack for a brief moment. Awakening somehow survives that engagement. And the next one. Whoa! How'd Big Wake get through that? He killed 2 people there. 17 seconds. We stopped the clock. Awakening's now in spawn. Oh my god, he's about to feast 2 of them. Oh, he's eating them alive. Big Wake's in a 5 now, and he's only starting to heat things up. You have to get towards that point, though. Try to keep the pressure up. You've got A safe for now, and it's a very slow capture. Sky's got to stay alive. His teammates are nowhere near him. They have to get over there, and quickly.
And you obviously fight this if you're Thieves, right? That's why you're putting on the pressure just to get him off the A point. Less than 13 seconds on the clock, and Envoy takes the next one down. More gunfights he needs to win. Awakening there for the challenge, and Envoy just trying to buy his teammates time. He's got the 2 ARs in the back that he does not need because he takes them all down himself. The force spree to maybe secure the round because he's still pressure over towards B, but it is a second on the clock.
Man, what a play that was. Oh, the nade. Octane throws the ode to Kobe from downtown, and Kenny looks real stressed right now, man. Envoy, that was one hell of a spree. That is how you lock down A alone. See you on the flank.
Just finessing his absolute brains out. Again, I mean, a perfect opening break on defense from both him and Drazah, putting in the work to clean out all 4 just by the 2 of them. And even Envoy is hilarious, man. I saw the setup. He had 2 ARs looking down the lane for him, and he just didn't even need them. Now they're trying to work through the middle of the map is Envoy. Dave Paddy, though, ready for it, takes him down as a much more standard opening break this time.
No matter how ready he was for it, though, that was still one hell of a fight. Octane, the low man on A. Still holding it. Nice shots. Okay, managing to find the second somehow. First segment done though, so he's done his part. And he's going to be next up towards A. Now Envoy backing him up as well. And whew, that was a... trying to compose myself after what an exciting finish to that first round.
And I think Vivid's in a very interesting spot as well, because he's, for the most part, sort of out of the fight, now actually regrouping towards his teammates. And you see Thieves perfectly ready for it. Plays peekaboo with Envoy, and you see a player up top actually there to take him down. Funnily enough, he gets Envoy with a stun, but it looks like A is going to be secured. And that is 4 players from the Thieves, all pushing through the church side of the map.
We've seen plenty of teams now win these offensive rounds on Tuscan Control. Mutineers, you got a lot of time to hold this one off, and oh dear goodness, it's happening. It's happening, they're flooding. Paddy's gonna have to go big now on point alone. Good work out of Vivid there to clear up the church push. Still 1 player left in the back. You have not counted all of these little piggies. There is still 1 remaining. Drazah is just floating around, dead silence popped. He's staying alive, he's got kills. Vivid, go hunt him down, find him. He's still in your spawn. He's still close. There you go.
Oh, and tragic too, because Vivid actually picks up 2P5. I was going to say Drazah picked up maybe 3 or 4 kills on the back end and maybe just soften up the push for his teammates, but his teammates can't win any of the gunfights. Vivid, of course, is just hyper-aggressive towards the spawn, and so is Skies. Thieves, maybe an opening earlier on, but now they've just been getting picked apart, down 7 lives, stuck in your spawn in Florida. Look at the map spread that they have. They have every angle covered. Thieves are trapped. It looks like they're going towards Sky's side of the map. There's 1, there's 2. Give them the next one as well. Maybe just bait for your teammates. You see he's got the help, so Owakening ready for the trades, but either way, this is just complete and utter map control by the Mutineers.
The Mutineers are playing it great. Owakening, got more to be had here. Great awareness. Drazah flying through, finding the kills. Pressure still coming towards that B point. Skies backs up. Heavy tags coming through. That's Dave Paddy doing the big work there from top church side. Does get brought down. 40 seconds now remaining. Oh, Envoy head on the swivel. Vivid's here, and he is flying around. Clock still ticking. This is not over yet.
They're just trying to group up all together. Wait for a couple more players towards P5, or Kenny at 3 and 14 challenges out quickly and does not win the gunfight, and that is just all she wrote. 3 lives left, and even just looking at the kill disparity, Kenny might be a West Coast player feeling the pain of what that Florida is bringing to the table in this game so far. Definitely the player to look at to try to turn things around.
Yeah, 3 and 15 is, it ain't it.
Not ideal.
And Skies has now done that 3 times, I think. He jumps off the top of that box and tries to shoot the guys coming out of P5, and not bad whatsoever. Mutineers getting the job done. That early capture A in the full 2 minutes to work with there. Really put LA Thieves to the test. Pressure is on.
Pretty dominant. Dominant fashion as well, right? Because the pressure was on, right? You get them trapped in their spawn. I mean, you got Vivid shooting you in the back constantly. Skies has already pushed up to like out to top roof. As soon as Mutineers got that map control, they never looked back. Not going to be this time, by the way. They did not like what happened round number 1, so mixing things up just a little bit as Vivid cutting through the middle of the map. He's on a 4 spree, by the way, so maybe some score streaks can come his way. That's number 5, and he's certainly going to be looking for more.
Couple more. 1 more. Vivid has opened up in a great way. I don't care what your ping is. When you're shooting people in the back like that, it's all good. A slowly but surely being captured. Here come the Thieves forward. Not a single one drops. Lovely retake. Drain that A segment. Awakening's gonna lock that mid. Good shots. Octane a little too strong for him. Vivid backs on up, stays alive. He wants them streaks real bad. And he catch. Oh, Sky steals it. Still no streaks just yet. Strafing run ain't going to come in. It's a little too random at the moment to really be made tremendously useful here in the pro world. A-zone now being captured, chance.
It is a big-time investment. He's been looking for this 1 kill for the past, what, 45 seconds, full minute, and he should be able to find it. He is now behind the entire team.
Here we go.
It should be at least 1 free kill. He still has not found it, and he doesn't chase because this is the one time Vivid doesn't want to overchow. He is playing so hard for this glide bomb, and he has Kenny trapped in the corner.
He's not getting it. Oh, Kenny wide!
Of course he wide.
Of course he wide. Anyway, back on the point he goes for the capture. This is 7 in a row now for Vivid. We literally saw Kenny White die there. That was so brilliant. Octane does manage to stop the spree, but the damage is done. The streaks are in hand. Still 0.39 on the clock. DavePaddy can't stop the onslaught now from Envoy as he makes his way forward. Clock still ticking away now. We've got 30 seconds to play with. Envoy, we saw him do some unspeakable things to the members of the Mutineers from that very same spot, and this time, no chance. There we go, mate. Capturing both points at the same time. Mutineers have started to turn this one up.
I was going to say, Drazah needs to go because there was actually pressure over towards B that sort of gets given up as the players cutting back through top church. And they're getting picked apart because Envoy is here. So they give up the B pressure to fight over towards A, but now they have nothing. Now it's the Mutineers stuck in their spawn. They got 10 seconds, and they're going to have to fly straight into Envoy.
He's going to eat him alive. Let him come. Less than 5 seconds now. Ticking away. That's going to be the round win for the LA Thieves. No, 0.07. Okay, they're on it. No, wait, they got off it. What?
He got killed. He got naded out when he's over on the contest spot. So yeah, there you go.
That was close enough, though. Last-ditch attempt there from the Mutineers to get on the point. Not able to get it done. LA Thieves, you got yourselves another round. 7-20 now for Kenny, by the way. He's coming out of that deficit slowly but surely.
I wonder how many conversations JCap slash, like, you know, the coaching staff of the Thieves have had with Kenny about his YY habit. I'm sure it'll never go away. That is the player that he is. And he makes it work, but obviously this game, maybe just feeling the pain a little bit. Actually, maybe not feeling the pain. They're up 2-1. They're having a great time anyway.
He's that guy. Back at it to B we go. Vivid, you are in for a real treat. Oh, nades are out. I like this. Phone down. Tags, no. DavePaddy's here to reinforce. Vivid peeks out. Gets that first blood on the Kenny. We'll take it. Envoy with the immediate trade. Back over to the point we go. Oh my God. Dylan. And here comes the rest of the cleanup crew. The LA Thieves, they are on B. And this is the capture. Drazah's on a 4 spree. Envoy's on a 3. Looking to make it a little bit more. Vivid has no idea what just hit him. That was disgusting. And this is getting ugly. First segment gone. Drazah's still on a 5. Oh, he's dead now. But it's still brilliant stuff.
And I'm surprised, actually. I was going to say Vivid might actually be pressured to call that glide bomb immediately, because if you're feeling it, you're going to have to call it in this round. But instead, he is up, ready to go with the gunfights. You get number 7 behind enemy line, so Kenny at least makes the A capture a little bit easier. Thieves should know, hey, just watch the flank, get a couple players posted up in mid. The setup at this point should have been easy, but no, they're actually not watching the flank. Skies goes all the way around and takes down Octane, so that is a couple players looking the same direction, and right now, Thieves are getting punished for it, or at least slowed down just a little bit.
Envoy patrolling mid, 22-18 now overall. Looks to be the front line for his team, and he does, man. He's disgusting this map. Doing an incredible job of helping make sure that A zone gets captured, and it will. Envoy's having a great time still. The rest of the squad now pulling their way forward, and this is the slow and steady approach towards that B zone. A's finished, 1:38 on the clock. And big wake. Oh my word, nothing but heads there.
A minute and a half though, right? First 2 kills come through from Awakening, so it's going to slow you down quite a bit. You're going to have to take your time and try to go as a team. Octane might be the island player towards the middle of the map. Everyone else through P5. And I was going to say, DavePaddy in aggressive position. He's actually going to be holding this. It is the entire team in front of him. Gets the first one like it's nothing, able to back down, and just a nice little play as Awakening. Now the front line for Mutineers.
Trying to get it done, but Envoy is a tough kill right now. Kenny backing him up, and here we go, 11-22 for Kenny. Flying forward. Onto the point. Here comes that glide. A couple of them are going to be safe. Oh, does land round Envoy. Almost hitting that bell tower there, that tremendous Tuscan architecture. Nobody quite does it like the Italians. Here we go. Awakening looking to hit the pinch. This time it can be huge. Drazah, 1. Here comes the second. The reach out. Octane's going to hold the line, but man, big wake making it hard. Kenny with the teamwork coming through. Still have to get on the B zone. That's the LA Thieves play right now. Again, the clock is burning away. Chance, 30 seconds left.
Yeah, and a 15v9 as well, right? So Thieves can, well, they need to stop the clock, obviously, but they do have the life advantage if they can make it happen. It is a 4-man swarm onto the point. Envoy leading the charge. Good trigger to split by who's up top, but it doesn't matter. Envoy finds the first. He's a walking 2-piece, but finally gets taken down. Trades are in. In the back is DavePaddy in Awakening there to be secure on defense. That should be enough to hold for the final 12 seconds of the round. Florida should be able to take their business.
Yeah, no one's getting a cross map there. They just let DavePaddy chew in the corner. They slid on through. Everyone was so excited. He sat very quietly, minding his business. Picks up a 2-piece. It's always the quiet ones. And there we go. A final round here in control. As far as the kills are concerned, I do believe LA Thieves will have defense. Is that right, Chance? Or am I
mean, possibly. I'm going to be honest with Kenny's stat line. I would be very surprised if they get defense for round 5.
That's a good point. Kenny, he's getting hammered here on Tuscan.
And it's interesting, too. Obviously, it's not like I know how that East versus West Coast battle is really going, but Envoy seemingly has no issues at all.
Yeah,
so
no problem.
A slow one from Kenny. And no one here, actually, a couple players top turns. Wow, Florida actually, they hit nothing with the stuns. They know it's all 4. And the nades connect. And all the kills coming through, they get every last one. Except for Envoy, who has found himself in the back. But that might be the moment of the game right there. Florida on defense. That is the opening break they needed.
And Envoy's still going, man. He's still going. The toughest kill in this lobby for sure. Say what you will about Kenny's performance. So in this game, when you're in the blender, when you're getting killed on spawn every time and bad luck's going your way, that's just the way it is. Envoy finally brought down. Owakening helping that one out. And you've got to worry about Dave Paddy. He's also behind the members of the LA Thieves, cutting them down as well. Drazah, get out of your spawn. Go for the big old lap around the church. He's done it. The pilgrimage is now complete. Back over towards the A zone. Does his bit there. Now back over to the church. Keep those players of Mutineers away from him.
And this is actually interesting. He's got a couple players top church, right? I think Kenny's going to be nearby. Envoy ready as well. And actually a couple players just getting picked apart. And Kenny gets found out as well. Everyone dropping. It is just the slowest capture over towards A. It takes 45 seconds if you only got one person on the point. Florida right now is going to have a 2-life lead. They're going to chalk up A. That'll get 1 minute and 39 seconds for Thieves to work with to try to capture B.
Here comes Skies. Hip fireworks out. Oh, big win from Envoy. Can't quite get Big Wake as well. Oh, back at it we go. Chances non-stop, but A's done. The kills are all good. Now to B we go. You see the kind of game Kenny's having. It's very frustrating. Every situation he finds himself in, there's someone from the Mutinies there causing problems. Right now, Vivid at 31 and 25. He's going wild. Awakening. Great timing, but Kenny just too hot on the trigger right now, and there we go. Finally, a little bit of map space now purchased for the LA Thieves. Over to B we go.
Hey, look at the setup, by the way. That is for Mutineers. Well, they're actually moving to plat now, but they were very deep, tucked in their spawn. And Dave Paddy, he can make the late flank whenever he wants. You see, Thieves are worried about the pinch from P5. And while they're worried about that, the pressure's coming in through plat. Skies and Vivid just flying forward. And another push for Thieves where they just get absolutely stuffed. It is always just like one extra guy that they're having to deal with that is causing so many problems for the Thieves. But now they got 3 players grouped up. They're trying to go through P5, looking for the trades. But again, it's always one guy. Vivid is causing problems down low. While he gets dealt with, or whoever it was, Dave Paddy, somebody, he's finally out to point.
He was the low player. Envoy caught between everything. Rock, hard place, kitchen sink, you name it. It all went down there. But 26.4, the clock has been stopped briefly by Drazah, who is now running rampant on the inside of the Mutineers base. But that's the kill. That's it done. Clock's back at it again. Here we go. Final 20 seconds now for the LA Thieves. Got to get forward now. Mutineers hold the line, win the map. This is going to be big. Dave Paddy waiting for it. Envoy has to make the play soon. Can't get it done. Here comes the run forward again. Clock still ticking. No lives left. Is anyone in position to stop it? It all comes down to Kenny. It all came down to Kenny, and he drops as well. The defense reigns supreme. The Florida Mutineers, they take the map. They take the lead.
And look, the Florida Mutineers are a team we have seen a ton of on Gavutu, a little bit less so for the Tuscan control, but they held their defenses incredibly well, always had the pressure. And I think if nothing else, just did a phenomenal job of constantly being annoying. Like different players taking turns. Skies was doing, literally all 4 players were at a certain time going on these late flanks, pushing up towards the spawn, just manipulating the spawns oh so well. And honestly, the Mutineers, maybe not so much on offense, right? A couple B pushes get stuffed, but if the defenses are clean and you're finding the kills, you will be good to go and find the kills indeed. Again, Vivid popping off in the stat sheet. 35 and 27 for him, and honestly, quite a few of his teammates not too far behind.
Yep, it's I mean, it's been a big stat line all day long from Vivid. Managed to keep the deaths down in this one, in this respawn mode, but everyone there on the Florida Mutineers pulled in their weight indeed. Great stuff out of them. Again, I mean, looking back across that map, let's have a look at some of these highlights. And this opening, man.
Hello.
The Mutineers in slow motion, so majestic, but it was like, this is like something out of a movie. Drazah had the absolute perfect lineup on them there, cuts them down, It could not have been a better round for them. And this was the spree from Envoy. Chance, tell me about this one.
I mean, again, this is just efficient work for him to be able to stay alive, right? Like, finds a couple kills, has some nice beams, but then just plays his life towards the outer side of the map because his teammates had just now gotten position. So he finally has that, like, opportunity to have the teamwork, and then he says, nah, it's cool. I will just do it myself and fly straight forward. But I don't know. Just solid stuff. Again, just the defensive rounds too clean, really, from both teams. And Florida had the slaying power to get it for the round 5. But it is worth mentioning the Kool-Aid men strat did not work.
No, it didn't. The Kool-Aid men. You're right. They really did. They committed heavy to that B hit. They were like, on 3, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're all dead. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And that was quite the bite we really got there in that opening map. But these final few moments again in this last defensive round, just couldn't get anything going for the LA Thieves there. Mutineers defense so strong. Brilliant stuff out of them. A nail biter to close out the control map. But there we go. It's been 2 close maps back to back. Actually, 3 close maps back to back. We stay on Tuscan for our hard point. And for the LA Thieves, a must-win, Chance. A must-win.
The good news as far as must-wins go for Thieves, again, they are 9-2 overall in hard points, so they have been machines in this game mode. So that's nice to have in the back pocket, but obviously it's still not a fun spot to be in. Obviously, they just lost to Tuscan. They've been having issues really dealing with Vivid, it seems like, who in the respawns, win or loss, has been lighting up the feed. And I'd say for Florida, again, I've mentioned a few times of like, I have no idea where to put this team, no idea where to predict, whether at the top of the game, in the top 4 mix, bottom 4, they could honestly be anywhere. But as far as the series goes right now, they are looking fantastic. 1 map away from taking down Thieves. And again, if this is a team that can build up some momentum, well, that's something they will need because they have Seattle and Toronto as their next 2 opponents for the Stage 1 major. So these guys get thrown into the gauntlet. And so far, they are feeling comfortable. Stress balls there to help them out, and Awakening still just emotionless.
That's pretty quite, this is something I think about all the time, and I know there's a lot of people out there in the gaming space now, physiotherapists and exercise physiologists who are looking at professional gamers and the impact that these repetitive small muscle movements have, especially console players. There's so much in that space. I would love to know, what Dave Paddy's strategy there with that softball is. To squeeze that one, or what's that doing to his hands, keeping the hands warm and limber? Because if any of you out there have had one of those long sessions, you know that the hands get sore after a while. I'm 33, and I don't quite ice the hands yet, but I probably should have some time ago. Take care of your health, friends, whether it's your back, hands, knees, head, brain, whatever it may be. Keep a lock on it. Stick with us through this Tuscan hardpoint. Here we go.
33?
And the Mutineers have tweeted a chance. They said that they're not turning the lights on, by the way. I like that, man. Keeping it super serious.
I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I suppose that is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, they're like
Tuscan
locked in.
hardpoint we do. And interesting, by the way, you see that stat right there. Team starting on the blue side, like over towards Church, 9-3. And funnily enough, that is not the advantageous spawn off the rip like for P1. I think if you're spawning on the opposite side, normally you get a decent chunk of time. But that P2 rotation, P2 on Tuscan, one of the easier hills in the game to actually lock down and get a decent chunk of time. So Thieves, in theory, have the advantage. And for Florida, of course, off the rip, that means they want to secure as much time as possible on P1 because they're fighting that uphill battle.
Vivid's about to ruin that. He's literally about to ruin it right now. There it is. That's the kill. Couple more players down through mid. Vivid's continuing
as well.
Ruining it. Flips them out. Vivid through Church. Says a quick prayer. It was not exactly a Hail Mary play. It was pretty locked in. Great stuff out of the Mutineers off the rip here. They're going to keep that clock ticking. 20 seconds left in side point. They could get all of it, quite frankly.
And honestly, I mean, again, this is a phenomenal position just because you get that rotation over towards P2. You already see number 4 Awakening. He's rotating just to be the cutoff man. That's where Florida is starting to swing their presence over to that side. But that's all it takes from Vivid. Yes, he gets taken down, but he starts off on a 4 spree, has one perfectly timed flank, and just puts the Florida Mutineers in such a fantastic position on this Tuscan. Damn. Skies is there to be that cutoff man. That's his first kill, but hey, you got the 30-point lead. Everything going so well as Thieves right now just try to flood through Church, but seemingly can't win any of their gunfights.
Oh, it's so hard. Skies is still holding this one down. Nades, you name it, all flies his way. Vivid, wow. Envoy has certainly been his nemesis in this matchup. 35 seconds remaining on column here. LA Thieves getting a little bit of time. They've got a couple of defenders to take care of. A couple of pesky Mutineers. There's one. Last one they're on point, cleaned up as well. Good stuff out of the Mutineers. Out of the LA Thieves, a safe and clean point for now. deal with that one, pick up the next 20 seconds. Still have to think about P3. Fountain, not an easy point to hold, Chance.
And it's honestly sort of like a 50-50 break, right? Because, yeah, you break and get that time. That's 30 seconds you get. That doesn't go to your opponent. So that's nice, but that does sort of give the Florida Mutineers that rotation. So it's always an interesting dynamic. You see Octane, by the way, he was patiently waiting for the next gunfights to come through. He gets taken care of, and that is sort of the deal, right? You have a solid break on P2 for the Thieves, but now you're going into another money hill where you are so far away from potentially being able to break this new hill. I mean, Florida guaranteed for a couple points. Or the roof spawn gets opened up, everybody spawns down low, and now you got the free pinch Florida Mutineers opened up the back, and Thieves walk straight in.
Sam Phoenix is watching this one now, and we will see what they've got to say about that. Unlucky boys will take that hard point times to the LA Thieves. GG, no re. They're going to be holding this one down as best they can. Sky, though, through the front. Sky's trying to make a bit of a work of this, and he is. Lead changed. LA Thieves now in the driver's seat. Looking out for that pinch, though. Awakening dealing a lot of damage there. Gets the player off point. Kenny moves forward. Again, that sort of conveyor belt, the construction line. As forward we go. Octane trading out kills back and forth. Onto the point once again. Skies stops the flow of points. 10 seconds now remaining. You should get the last few seconds here. Unless Skies gets the kill. Cleaned up. On to the next.
I mean, that's what it is, though. I mean, that's a massive mistake, right, to end up giving up those back spawns. Just everyone maybe a little bit too aggressive on the map, or whatever the case may be. Mistake from the Mutineers. It is still a close game, but how much worse it could have been. But maybe it doesn't make a difference, because the feed, once again, nothing but Florida, as they get the clear and easy clearance over towards the start of this new hard point. First 20 seconds have gone their way. Everyone trying to flood through the front, and for good reason. Thieves able to get inside and at least start that contest.
Yeah, 2 players still left inside there. Kenny's trying to flush him out, and he is tagged up heavy. 1 HP. He can still make something happen here. Oh, the timing's great. davePaTty should be his. Big, heavy damage still. That's going to be the cleanups. Kenny, ooh, a little unlucky on the timing, but his teammates are there to pick up the scrap for the time being. LA Thieves, a couple of kills go their way. They should be able to get some more time here. And who is that on point? It's Octane locking down Church for some time. Good stuff out of him. Scrap going the way of the Mutineers. Rotation's already down, Chance, and here we go, mate. P5.
And Envoy does get cleaned up, so that at least buys his teammates time to get inside the hill first, but that is only step 1 of the process. You're going to have to be dealing with all the nades coming through as well, but I think Kenny should be able to actually push out this side just a little bit. Might be a free gunfight for him up top or not. Vivid spots him, takes him down. Then you see the flank coming through as well. So Thieves are actually reading out this flank, but Skies wins the gunfight. Now the push is coming in through the front. Octane's able to take down one, but the trades are in, and because of the flank, Florida able to get the break.
davePaTty basically doing this alone right now. Oh, and he's gone. Put on his back instantly. That super nade. Now for Vivid. To the bottom he goes. Nope. Envoy clean reads. Makes it safe. Skies now from upstairs. And non-stop pressure on the point. Kills keep coming through. And Envoy the hero again. Finding those kills time and time and time again. And this is absolute pandemonium on P5, baby. It is non-stop. Everyone flying in this one. Let's take a breather. Let's have a quick listen in with the Florida Mutineers.
I have new. I'll hold full pinch.
One can already be potted.
Yeah, I'll hold it. I'll hold the full pinch.
I have new, guys.
Okay, yo, we're looking for one still. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
we're looking. Dylan, drop.
He's on our side.
Help me.
You need help him, our side you.
Alright.
You got one that.
He's me. Their side. Their side. You done.
Good side.
One shot B2.
Need him on our block.
One shot B2, Kenny.
Shot him good.
Nice.
I need the side.
Their side you.
I need the side.
I'll pick it up.
One shot their side you and one B2. Yeah, B2 Octane.
Mid Envoy dead.
They're
They're got Eddie.
Yeah, he's challenging. He's weak. I'll send you guys right now.
Mid holding mid.
Look him in.
I'll send you guys.
He's not mid. You're mid box.
Main point.
Talk me.
You.
Don't flip, guys. Ever mid.
They're all out mid, bro.
Ever mid. They're gonna be right too.
Yeah, they push. Our side you still.
Bottom church, Dylan.
The bottom church got me. He's surrounding you guys.
And behind you, field.
Field. Hold
the ult hit through. All they do is hit through ult, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna P5.
Do the same setup. Someone get time and look at TJHaly.
Two mid. One step forward, one's mid already.
Blue's
on left. Left, one shot me.
Wait.
They're doing the hop, double hop.
Yeah, I'm
both there. They're both there. One shot.
Nice.
Nice. Bottom church. Go in church top again. Top church again.
Okay.
Hold it. Yeah, he's gonna go top church. He's gonna go radio. They love going radio.
I'm pitching church.
I'm holding flat. Bottom church, two of them, see?
I have you up.
I'm holding
flat. Don't radio on me too. You went alley.
Thieves looking fine. Chance. They got themselves a lot more time here. And Mutineers, that was frantic, to say the least.
Yeah, I think you just hear the pressure. Thieves actually love to fight tooth and nail for the scrap on P5 because they trust their brakes on P1. So you heard the comms. As soon as P1 goes away, they were just worried about not flipping those spawns because they want the rotation in P2. But then Envoy comes soaring through. He's on a 3 spree and picked up a 2-piece to break the hill. So that is all that effort to not flip, to get this rotation, just to have it broken that quickly. Still scrappy for these final 20 seconds, and this is 20 seconds that Florida needs, but this is 20 seconds that it looks like they are not going to be able to get. They at least strip it away from the LA Thieves, and actually you see number 3, Dave Patty, he picks up a 3-piece. He's fighting for it, and his team is able to get that rotation. That is an important moment for Florida. Well, obviously on this hill last time, the only reason they got broken is they gave up those back spawns. They got to make sure they don't make the same mistake, and they should be good to go.
I realize now I screamed Sam Phoenix, I think, because he sent me a DM. He's definitely not the coach of the Mutineers. I am faded. In that previous rotation, they do not make the same mistake this time around. Drazah's up. Skies will be dropped. Kenny loses the gunfight at the front as well. Awakening finding more and more kills. 1 HP, literally. If someone sneezes on him, he dies. There it is. Chew, Octane, get that looked at. Nice nade, though, from downtown. Drazah still trying to keep the play going. 3 spree from him, but you're dealing with the spawns up close and personal. This kill is huge from Drazah. Wow, staying alive somehow. Coverage now coming through in the form of Kenny. He gets absolutely eviscerated, but Drazah's still got it, baby. Finds himself 5 just before being taken care of. Octane now toe-to-toe with Big Wake, and it is a nice set of trades. And LA Thieves all good for now. At 15 seconds, it should be there. Sky's going to try and contest. Here comes the fight. Envoy's got it. Time Thieves.
Yeah, and that's all Thieves needed to do, and then some, right? Like, you just want to make sure they don't get that full 60, and you turn that into actually Thieves winning that hill overall, I'm pretty sure, based on the clock. So, in a fantastic spot now, Thieves are to force that game 5. They've got the lockdown around Church. Patty waiting for his teammates to push over the field side of the map while he's getting kills up top, and well, Envoy might be the next one to fall, but honestly, this is still a decent bit of time. Thieves are still collecting.
Yeah, Dave Patty unable to get the job done, and it's Octane, or Subtane as people have called him in the past, finds the 3 with the MP40 now. This is the hard point to win it on now for the LA Thieves. Kenny through mid, dealing as much damage as humanly possible. The time still ticking in favor of the LA Thieves, and here comes the next push from the Mutineers, and Drazah says, no thank you, I'll take all 3. One more shot at it, that was it, and it's done. This now stinks of a game 5, and the question remains, though, we go back to Bocage. Whose is it? LA Thieves. We're going the distance, baby.
Ooh, and a great game as well, right? Thieves apparently can still be reliant on that hard point, I believe. Now 10-2 overall as their reign of terror in the game mode continues. Ooh. But now you got to imagine against Florida, right? We're going back to that S&D. Bocage is definitely unpredictable, especially in Search and Destroy, but if that Berlin was any indication, it is a back and forth game where honestly, it is just like that one pop-off round. The one round where you clutch in a moment where you're not supposed to might be enough to put either one of these teams over the edge for a victory, but this is also a win that both of these teams, realistically, when it comes to seeding, when it comes to the CDL points going into Major 1, both of these teams need this win.
This is an important one. Again, the OpTic Texas Major is coming up quick. We are playing to determine who walks away in the winner's bracket and who falls to the loser's bracket. That will start us up. But what a series this has been so far, friends. The last one of the day, and an exciting one at that. We now have a showdown on Bocage to decide who walks away with a win here today, and it's going to be a fun one. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're rumbling in the cage once again. Don't want to miss it.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
And it's time for our game 5 now, friends. We're going to Bocage. We're going to rumble once more here before calling it a day here on day 2 of week 2. And oh, baby! Been a sweaty one indeed. We've had a lot of fun though, Miles and Chance, to carry you through this one, and it's going to be okay, friends. It's all going to be okay. We're going to be fine. How you doing, Chance?
I'm being honest, I was fighting a burp right there to make sure I didn't do that live because I can't mute too quickly. But other than that, doing great. I would say a very solid day of matches so far. I think this one especially has been the best one, right? Like most
spicy.
Going to a game 5, 2 teams playing at their best, getting after it. Into S&D we go. We're again for game number 2. Not as close as it could possibly be, but not far from it. A very back and forth game we had where Dave, Patty, and Skies were absolute menaces in the search and destroy. But I'd say for the flip side, it hasn't been just the S&D. Envoy has been putting together an absolute monster series. And frankly, Vivid hasn't been too far behind. So it has been a grind just to get to the cage for map 5 to decide it all.
We'll decide it all. It's been a fun one as well. I mean, we were talking about, you know, like trying to place all these teams in, you know, who's the middle of the pack team, who's the bottom of the pack team. You know, seeing London soar to success today, you know, seeing how the LA Thieves and the Florida Mutineers are matching up. Of course, all this changes technically when we get to LAN, but it's a wonderful benchmark now to start things off. Of course, we saw Bryson Tunn on broadcast as well. Love you, boys. Good to have you back. We've missed you dearly. Here we go, though. Bocage, Search and Destroy, the final map for today. And this is going to be a fun one for sure. The cage never disappoints, especially when it comes to the search.
And you see the stats, by the way, right? Pretty balanced map as far as Search and Destroy is concerned. 43 to 57 for offense, defense, but offense struggles a little bit more to actually find those first bloods. So might be something to look out for. Get that early pick before you start trying to go for that bomb plant. Or if the bomb is just wide open, I mean, Drazah might be watching the cross, but effectively it's been left unguarded. Florida have an opportunity, maybe for a quick A plant.
And look at this angle from Kenny. The tiniest little crack. Hello, Viv. Detonated in the kitchen. See ya. He's out. We're just burning through those tacticals and lethals right now. As Octane's first blood there onto Vivid on the outside there. Great comms from Drazah. Awakening now with the 1-2 punch, trying to find his way forward as well. Skies eliminates another. And here come the trades through on Envoy. Once again, the Dark Prince is on the flank, and he's going to find one more before pumping the brakes. And here comes Kenny! Shots out of Skies there with the Automaton, and it's up to Awakening now in the 2v1. Backs up, slow it down.
And I think, honestly, just staying around this house is probably the idea, right? 2 stories to work with, ton of corners, opportunity to just get a kill and get out of dodge. You see, though, Thieves wrapping the Mack. They've cleared out B and now just cutting back through mid. Awakening, he just needs to find the first one, but he gets bad timing. It does not go his way, and he is going to fall. Thieves execute on round number 1. And honestly, I think just getting the first blood was probably one of the most important things for him. Octane playing a very nice angle to support all of his teammates through the middle of the map.
I think Octane saw him from the broken wall when he was sort of standing out in the middle by the P1 gate. I think he did actually have eyes on there. So Octane, eyes on, executes. Don't let Big Wake walk away with a 2v1 situation, because you know he will. First round of Bocage now comes to a close. Round 2 now underway. We're going to see the LA Thieves with bomb in hand. They're on offense.
I was going to say that might actually be aggression over towards A, but they figured out their strat a little bit later. There's Drazah, though, through the middle. That is with the bomb that he found this first blood. And again, we saw the stats at the start. 43% of the rounds are won on offense, but less so for the first blood. So if you could find that opening pick, things get that much easier unless you fall. Awakening there for the response.
Yep, an immediate response, nearly. Envoy tagged up. Less than a minute now to work with. The LA Thieves close enough to that bomb, trying to get the recovery, and Dave Patty's making it hard. There it is. Quick grab from Octane. And out he goes, but you've still got Vivid. Top side of Grandma's. Here comes the battle on the inside. Dave Patty trying to make his entry through the back. Fast plant on A. He could go huge here. The rest of his teammates are falling around him. It's now 1v2. Bomb gets planted. The immediate... Oh, the dance through tanks. No. Dave Patty can't get it done. Thieves get the round.
And excitement from Drazah every time. The smiles maybe back on the faces of the LA Thieves as they get 2 rounds in a row. Octane, by the way, nice 3-0 start for him, but I won't say too comfortable rounds. Certainly not comfortable, but they get the job done. I'm trying to figure out what the game plan is going to be on the next round. Honestly, I think they might rock a vaguely similar setup on defense, although I don't know if Octane will play up towards gate again. That's what sort of benefited them last time, and definitely mixing things up, right? Number 7, Kenny back towards spawn, double up over towards B, so B's making adjustments on defense as the spread from Florida shows that they're going to take their time and play for picks.
Nice nade from Vivid. Great start. Eliminating one of the defending players. Any pop dead silence, but he's basically just chilling out in tower side there. He's not doing a whole lot. Awakening throwing shoulders, waiting for a player to enter his line of sight. And Octane tags up. Vivid, he's below you. This is slow and steady. No, he's got no idea. Octane, don't move. Hey, Vivid. Sky's going to check the corner for him. What is happening? Oh my God! How did Octane die there? All right, we'll get back to that later. It's a 4v2.
Yeah, I don't know how you lose that gunfight, to be honest. I don't know if he might have just stopped shooting because he thought he had it and he was maybe sliding out trying to get the second guy. Either way,
unbelievable.
I mean, Vivi gets the kill, and that should pretty much decide the round. Number 6 is going on a flank, but Drazah, you got to go on the fullest of flanks. He does define one kill, and Kenny actually on the flip side wins another. Now it's a 2v2. The bomb is down, but you have plenty of time. Drazah finds the next one. Florida running around like chickens with their heads cut off as they get picked apart one by one, and all of a sudden, Awakening has to clutch.
Drazah on the defuse. He says, pluck it then! Kill comes through. The defuse is there. Those chickens got eaten alive.
And that's just, I don't even know where to begin for that. I mean, first of all, I suppose nice first blood, right? The nades coordination were on point. I don't know how Octane does not kill Vivid. I don't know how Octane doesn't get spotted even sliding that corner and Octane getting killed quicker, I guess, if we were on the clock back like further that direction. But I don't know. Kenny somehow wins a one-on-one gunfight. There was no one from Florida nearby to get the trades on Kenny. The man that was watching the flank, there was no one to get the trades on him for Drazah as well. And then whoever was just running through the middle of the map after, like, I don't even know what to say at that point. Florida just completely disconnected from each other, choked the 4 versus 2, and are now down 3-0 for map 5.
Damn, that concussion knocked me back. Awakening playing at this very, very tight angle through the cracks of the wood here. The rest of the team stacking up slowly. LA Thieves now going to make their entry now into Grandma's, and that is it. Opting to go low. Envoy on the wrap. Octane with a bit of covering fire. This is going to move the defenders somewhat. Here we go. Envoy's on a mish.
Oh, that's so perfect. They just gifted him the route. Octane gets the clearance to allow Envoy to get that lane. Now the gunfight's inside. Awakening drops 2. The next one in front, Envoy there for the trades. Envoy has been the playmaker. Dave padding for the 1 versus 2. He finds the first one. The bomb does not go down, and the player's just behind him.
Oh my gosh, he's flying. He's flying. The bomb grab. I think Dave paid. Sorry. Hey, what?
Oh my God.
Kill cam? I thought he was out. Damn, what a round that was. Oh, no, he was right next to him. Octane with the smooth moves on the inside of house. And Dave Paddy's like, come on, man, I thought I was around that corner. I thought I was away with it. But now Octane was hot on his heels. Another round for the LA Thieves chance.
And again, you know, getting 2-piece like that by Awakening certainly made things a little bit more dicey, but it was on just off the opening rip. You take your time, you get Octane towards that tank, you back these players off, and just give that slight opening to the map to Envoy where he makes great use of it. Awakening very aggressive this time around. Can't find any kills just yet. You hear the nades landing everywhere. By the way, number 8, Envoy, he's working on a pretty quick flank.
He's really doing it. Da-da-da-da. He's just strolling through. He sees a barrel. See you, skies. I'll take that first blood. And now I'm behind you. You should be worried, Florida. The Dark Prince is here. Still trying to make the play through the front, though. Kenny's real close to Vivid here. Dave Paddy now. And oh my God, Drazah's on the bottom of the stairs. Oh my God. That's unfortunate. Father-son duo get the kills. Kenny, God, go LA Thieves. It's 5-0.
And it cannot be understated how good of a series Envoy is having. I mean, literally every single map, he has been putting in some serious work. And that round, as soon as you get a kill on the flank like that, like Florida, they're just stuck. Like there is no openings on the map anywhere. And you see that puts the pressure on him. Like Dave Paddock is just like wide chowing out, hoping to find a kill. But It's just simply Envoy taking him to task, finding these first bloods. As LA Thieves, I mean, this might just be a statement of a game 5. As B, for the most part, looks wide open. Envoy, he's already through. He's got out of control. Kenny going to be able to plant this bomb. No one from Florida going to be challenging over top. And he's already got Skies pinned down towards the back. But this is bomb down for free. Vivid finds the first blood. A small window of opportunity for Florida to try to get this retake.
Don't think I didn't hear you say Dave Petty. I heard that. And now trying to hit the flank. Battle over by the B site. Shots from Kenny. Backs up. Trey's coming through middle. Dave Petty trying to overrun the bomb site, and there you go. Kenny, eyes on him, eyes on him. Vivid's on the defuse. Oh my God, Kenny, heads up play. Not a chance though. Great teamwork coming out the Florida Mutineers, and Kenny, man, as soon as he was like, they might be defused, he booked it towards that bomb.
Yeah, that was the best possible try from Kenny in that situation, but that is just the picks finally coming through from Florida to be able to get a single round on board. Vivid opening things up with that first blood, but that is very much a situation. If you are giving up the B plant for free, you better make sure your retakes are on point. Florida deliver, but obviously they have a long way to go.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but we have yet to truly see it happen here on Vanguard. Here we go. 6 straight rounds for the win for the Mutineers. Slow and steady is going to have to be the way they do it here. Awakening is up. Nade doesn't land. I would have expected some damage out of that maybe, but that's that front door of Granny's. It's about to get busy. Although towards the B bomb site, that's where the interesting sort of looks are happening right now. Awakening's waiting for Drazah. Oh my God, the timing on that. That's a little more like it. Here comes the shuffle from the LA Thieves. The attack now from them, and surely, there it is. Envoy with that first blood again.
Yeah, just a bad angle from Awakening. Gives up that first blood. And now you're in a 3 versus 4. Look at the swarm. Everybody around this house for the Thieves. Everybody in the back as well. Kenny gets shot in the back. Sky's on the outer. Dave Petty finds a kill. Trades on trades. It's chaos on Bocage. And all of a sudden, Octane in a 1 versus 2. And the bomb's going down.
Skies, I think you may have just seen the top of his cap. Skies, it's an absolute fiesta on Bocage again. Woo! Wild round. LA Thieves. I mean, you kind of scratched your head at that point in time. 3 of them put out the backside by the watermill. Like, they all run out the back there. The trades are on point. A scary round for the Mutineers, but a win nonetheless. That's 2 now in a row.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, you know, I try to break down most rounds. That seems to be the gist of how you cast S&D, or at least that's what we go for. No idea what happened there. Not a clue. It was chaos. Trades. Sure, Florida popped off 2 rounds in a row. We go again.
Even with Envoy's first blood. Oh boy, but here we go, baby. Oh my word. The Octane, eyes are up. It's a heavy stack now on the offense. But Dave Petty! 2 of them! Back to back. Drazah's eyebrows have been blown off his face. He's gone now. Octane, he's fighting. Pistols out, cleaned up. It's 3 in a row for the Mutineers. Are they starting to believe?
And that's a quick one as well. I mean, it was a slow climb maybe for the first 2 rounds, but that was outright dominant, and it is Dave Petty, again, that delivers when they need him in the S&D. You can start to see in their faces, feeling a bit of that momentum, believing in themselves just a little bit more, or at least on Skies' face. Dave, straight into the game.
All right, my man's locked in. I love it. All right, 2 players through mid now. Dave Petty, the lone player over towards A, and the defense from the LA Thieves, they're spread real thin. No one's going to get hit by these nades, presumably, but an opening pick would be huge.
You got Octane watching mid from that outer L angle. Envoy obviously just playing that cheeky little spot, maybe hoping for a free one over towards B, and I think that might be where the action is heading. That's where that bomb carrier Vivid is leaning.
Oh, no.
And you see the rat back. That seems to be the idea. That's the commitment.
Tagged up heavily. The rat back now, maybe going over towards A. And I will say that Envoy may have just ruined that lovely white uniform he's wearing. Dave Petty once again. Oh my God, Big Wake finds another one. It's now, it's 4v2. Dave Petty, the first blood wizard. He's conjured up some special stuff so far. They've doubled back to B. They're going to plant B chance.
Now keep in mind, they have given up a 2 versus 4 before, and the 2 players that clutched was Drazah and Kenny. Deja vu all over again. Drazah finds that first pick. The bomb goes down. Just look at all those deep angles down the river, though. That is so many corners to check. Good luck, have fun.
So many corners.
These two.
Not enough time. Kenny saw the head of Awakening. Oh my boy, he might get it. Drazah finds one on the other side. Oh my god, the timing. Kenny's there with the shots. Stack up on the bomb. They're going for the defuse. Is anyone here to check it? Who's it going to be? Awakening, check the bomb. He's going to check the bomb. Check the bomb, Awakening. He gets it. He gets it. It's another round for the Mutineers.
4 in a row. That is what they need. It got dicey. That wasn't near 2v4, but iBeZy just a millimeter away. I mean, 0.2, 0.3 left on the clock, but that is a 2v4 that they do not give up this time. Awakening just barely quick enough. As you can see, this is confidence shifting in live time away from the Thieves over towards Florida. They are thinking about Full Sail.
4 straight rounds now. They are looking to do it. It doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, you bet we're going to make a song and dance about it. Drazah, he's in a very bad place right now, stunned up. But the aggression now is to stack up from the Mutineers on the inside of that A-bomb site. All angles covered. Here we go. Opening pick. Who's going to get it?
Saw the retakes earlier on from Florida. They were able to do it over towards B. This time, Skies actually might be quick enough to even stop this bomb plane or at least get this kill on Drazah. This is pressure to stay alive. Kenny's covered. Envoy gets the next. Bomb is down. Vivid's got to make the play.
Awakening now, trying to stay alive desperately. Does just that. Last player left alive. He's nearly got himself streaks. Drazah, though.
1v2.
This is huge for Octane and Drazah. They're over towards the bomb site. Awakening only has an MP40. He will not use the strafe run. This could be it. Is the dream dead? Checking them corners. Tags are in. Awakening finds the one. Clock still ticking. Calls in the glide.
What? On purpose?
Yeah.
To lose?
I don't know. He's taken care of everyone, and that was it. He knew it was done. He goes out with a bang. Wow.
I suppose.
Okay. Now that got scary real quick. The LA Thieves clutch up in Game 5, but not after conceding 4 brilliant rounds from the Mutineers. That was one hell of a contest. I love how we're both like, the what?
Yeah,
Wow.
just that, you know, an incredible game. Well, not even back and forth. It was very forward for Thieves for the first 5 rounds, very back for Florida for the next couple. A very strange, almost anticlimactic way to end it. Just the strangeness of the glide bomb, but you're exactly right. I mean, there's, what, 12 seconds on the clock. He was already one shot. He has to flood back. There's no time or any hope to win that round. So certainly a valiant effort from Awakening, who ended up finishing with 12 kills, a near comeback. But at the end of the day, a 5-0 lead is, for most teams in Call of Duty history, insurmountable. And that is the lead that Thieves were able to build up. And of course, you got a nice Drazah and Kenny 2v4 clutch, I think in round 2 or 3. Just to sort of get that ball rolling. But Thieves deliver, again, in a somewhat of a must-win match for both of these teams. LA comes out on top.
A bizarre Bokash at times. We really did
he
see
stopped shooting. Okay.
He did stop shooting. 4 HP from Vivid, man. How he got away with that, I'll never know. But this was one hell of a showdown. Bokash S&D, man, gets the heart pumping. If that kind of series doesn't tickle your pickle, I would go and see a doctor, friends, because that was a fun one. This was a real powerful round. This is where it was all kind of coming together. This was so nuts, man. That was when I really thought, okay, the Mutineers can do this. And Kenny on the defuse here, Big Wake does something special. Look how close that was. Wow. Unbelievable search and destroy chance.
And this is it, right? Yeah, 13 seconds on the clock. I don't know exactly what the plan was. Maybe just accepts the loss, but either way, showing off the fact that he was going on a tear towards the end of the game. But wild stuff. Bokash is interesting, man. It is absolutely crazy when some of these teams play. Even trying to watch it, it's like there's not even necessarily like one team play going on at once. It is just constant individual plays where anyone can sort of find that opening. And well, obviously, at least for that final one, Thieves delivered. It took them a long time towards the end, but their hard point still 10-2, still a team that looks fantastic. Maybe want to clean up the controls. At least their defenses, I suppose, a little bit more. Maybe work on the S&D. Obviously not a perfect team, but certainly very strong.
Very strong, very exciting indeed. I think, Taylor, there you go, mate. What a big finish there in the pick'ems. GG's all. The picks have been out of control today. I think Study's looking perfect as well. Desk, how are you guys doing?
Perfect.
I'm doing...
My pick'ems are perfect.
No, I'm still mind blown off of that last play. Awakening, like, they could have taken it to a round 11. Then he was like, all right, you know, Merry Christmas, take the round, take the series, and that's it. But the LA Thieves did pull out a big win, and even though it was a close game, it was looking really scary.
Yeah, it was looking really scary. They almost got full sailed on that game 5, but you know, there are some bright lights from that series. The hard point was fantastic. Envoy had an amazing series overall for this team, and that's the guy that aBeZy was saying she wanted to see step up. Well, he did it in a big way today. So, you know, given Kenny had a couple maps where he was struggling a little bit, Envoy stepped up and filled his spot, and they get the dub.
All right, we have the Game Fuel Victory Spotlight interview, actually, with the one and only Octane, a.k.a. Sam. Let's get the man on the screen. Octane, hello. Let's be completely honest. That very last round, what were the nerves like with it going to round 11 almost?
I was basically just telling Zach not to die at all. Like, I was just telling him, like, let me die if we need to, play the time. We knew he was on the right side of the map, so he had to hit through tunnel basically or come through house. But yeah, I was just telling Zach, literally do nothing, please don't die. That's pretty much all it was.
And you know what? I gotta ask, how awesome is it to be able to put the sniper back in your hands on main stage in competitive COD this year?
Yeah, the sniping has definitely been a hot topic throughout the season. I personally love it. I hated when we couldn't use snipes last year, so I'm happy that we get the opportunity to do
now. They got a GAU, man, not the sniper.
Like, dude, there's so many GAs with like attachments and just all this stuff, but they're still keeping it in, so I mean, can't really complain that much.
Sam, congrats on the win. I want to ask you about the dynamic between your team and JCap. I feel like we talk about a lot of coaches, but we don't talk about JCap as much. So how's it been playing on a team with him as the head coach?
Cap is definitely like a fifth man. He definitely will tell you exactly where you messed up and how you messed up, and he will not beat around the bush whatsoever. So it's good for the team dynamic because I think we're all pretty thick-skinned when it comes to stuff like that. So if he tells us we made an absolutely horrible play, then straight to the point. Like I said, no beating around the bush. But Cap is a pivotal member of this team.
Dope.
Right. Now, you know what else is pivotal? It was the picture that's been spreading around social media also. We saw it on Reddit as well, where people were saying that us at the CDL, we did you dirty, man. There were some people that actually also said that you should sue the CDL. How do you feel about that picture?
Listen, whoever is working for the CDL that does pictures, there's no way you're like, look at that, bro. There's no way whoever does pictures for the CDL is editing these and they're like, this is fine. Like, look at me.
Remember my hairline picture? I've been through there, bro.
Dude, I can't believe whoever has that job and if they're watching this, please reevaluate because there are some dagger pictures out there right now. Like, non-flat. That's just as bad as it can get. It's not.
Hey, yo, Sam, because you guys got that win, you know what? We're going to give you a surprise. Awakening gave you guys a gift, and us at the CDL, we're going to give you a gift as well. We're actually going to update that picture production. If you can, let's show it off. Just
that's
in a moment. There we go. Right, just for you, Octane.
If we lost, that wouldn't have happened. I still would have had that picture. That's
yeah. If you lost, you would have had that picture until you caught the next one.
Every time you guys lose, we're going to change the picture back. All right.
Look how. Thank God I got a haircut. That's all I got to say.
Octane, congrats on.
That's horrible.
Yeah, you might need a new barber. Bad. Hey, yo, congrats on the big win, man. And we'll catch you next time. All right.
Thank you, guys.
No problem. So today was definitely a day with the no-biter at the end, and that was kind of crazy, man. Florida almost put off the big win. Map 5, we saw what happened earlier today. Boston Breach looked great. aBeZy, I mean, things were phenomenal. I had a great day. Yeah,
Boston Breach, I mean, pushing Atlanta FaZe a little bit, even though the series lineup doesn't tell the whole story. I got to talk about that Florida and LA match. Florida slayed LA, like, really heavily, especially in that map 1. Now I beg the question, you know, are they getting unimportant kills on the map at this point? Because you can't be dropping, I believe it was like 150-something combined engagements between the SMG duo on Florida, man. Like, you can't lose those.
Today was crazy. And you know what else is crazy? Things that are said here on the desk. So there's actually a clip that, go ahead and let's
hear this.
Well, basically, last time we were on screen, Nameless, you had an interview with Vivid, right?
Yeah.
Now, what was that? Actually, no, let's go ahead and play the clip. Let's get it.
Vivid, if you can get more than 80 interactions on Bocage again, I'll personally give you $1,000. That was one of the most insane performances I've seen. Congrats, man. I want to see you drop more than 80 interactions the next time you guys play that. That was wild, man. Congrats.
I'm going to have to hold you to that.
All right, dude, go ahead.
Vivid, if it happens, let me hold 20, man. Thank you so much. Hope you have a beautiful day. Finish out your weekend strong, and we'll catch you next time, all right? You take it easy.
Take it easy.
All right, so I'm not good with numbers, but with 45 kills and 40 deaths, aBeZy, how many engagements did Vivid have?
Last time I checked, that's over 80.
He's got 85, but there's one key factor here, and he held the fat L in the series.
How? How?
But was that a condition?
But I'm gonna still take care of my man.
The condition. My man got 85 engagements. He said, "Put your money where your mouth is." And I'm sorry, man, but Vivid also, you said you was gonna let me hold 20 as well. So we're making sure that this transaction goes through. But ultimately today, and it's been a blast, man.
Oh, it's been a great day. I think, you know, closing out with a Game 5 was what we needed for the day. Getting to see Florida showing a lot of improvement. Dave Patty played absolutely fantastic in that series as well. He's a guy who, you know, he was sitting negative in KD as the many hours expected him to pop off, and he did that today, and he had some big moments. And this series as well, London, they really showed out. Afro was the highlight player for me throughout this one. He was popping off for the squad. I mean, they're just gelling so well. And then also Zero, dude. Zero was flying today.
The conversation really is that Royal Ravens have been looking way better than all of us really expected, right? I mean, take a look at power rankings from just about anybody out there. We really didn't think that they were going to be this damn good, aBeZy.
Yeah, and honestly, I got to look on the side of Minnesota Røkkr. They need some consistency with their SMGs. This is a team built around team chem, and when it comes to their slaying power, it's not on par with all these other teams. We've seen what Attached to Standy have been able to do. We know what Priestahh did last year, so it's kind of just about all of them being on the same page and upping their slaying power.
Right, and the game after that was so fun. We got to see OpTic finally, Nameless. OpTic finally did it, man. They got to win.
Yeah, they finally did it. You know, it was versus Paris, but we did see a lot of improvements on the side of OpTic Texas. iLLeY as well had an incredible series. He was the one who was really lackluster throughout the last few series. The Search and Destroy looked a lot better today. I really like what I saw at OpTic Texas. It'll just be if they can keep that up versus some of the top teams in our league.
iLLeY and Shotzzy certainly stepped it up for me today as well. And you got to talk about that interview with Scump, how he was saying there's still stuff we need to improve on. You know, we're going to continue to get better, and he's thanked the fans for the continuous support. And again, this is just the second week of opening weekends heading into Major I, so there's still a lot of room for this team to improve.
Yes, and the matchup after that was really fun. Atlanta versus Boston. That was a crazy game, man. Atlanta FaZe, yeah, they're looking great. See the AR play coming in big, but most importantly, Boston and Capsidal, they're still looking better every time.
Yeah, they look pretty good, right? FaZe really did what they needed to do, though. They played their two maps they've been struggling on. Well, Gavutu and Control and Hardpoint they've been struggling on, and they looked amazing on that map. Simp went out there and he balled out with the AR. That's exactly what they needed. They went to listen, and he was like, I'm cutting off spawn, I'm pushed up top ship. Like, that is what you need out of Simp, to be that slayer, to make it harder for the opposition to even get close to the hill, and that's why they dominated throughout both those maps. So, you know, looking at Atlanta FaZe going forward, I think the beast is awoken. I expect them to be the top dog going forward in the CDL.
Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the standings to see how things have been so far in the CDL. Up top, aBeZy, who would have guessed it? Seattle Surge and Atlanta Royal Ravens at the top with Atlanta FaZe, but all 3-0.
You know what? I know all of us just want to see FaZe versus Seattle now. Like, I'm just literally counting down the days I get to see those two powerhouses go against each other.
Right, and towards the bottom, unfortunate. Paris Legion 0-4. New York Subliners made a big team change. We saw Royalty step in, place for Neptune yesterday, but the team still sits at 0 points. Top 12.
I think he's going to be in Texas next week, so I think maybe they won't have any excuse at that point.
I would love that.
Yeah, okay. So at that point, they won't have any excuse, and they'll have a week of practice. So we'll see what they do then.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about tomorrow. We have some great games. You don't want to miss it. And kicking things off to begin the day, you guys already know we're going to bring nothing but fire. So, aBeZy, when tomorrow hits, we have 2 games compared to the regular 4 games as well. So it's going to be a shorter day.
It'll be a shorter day, but all of our matches, at least the ones that we didn't expect,